Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, God of Heroics, and today we are here with some pretty good news. A couple days ago, I found this image showing the full kit for Human Torch. We've done this twice before. We did this with Ultron, and we did it with Reed Richards, but now we are here to do it with Johnny Storm. So, if you like these type of videos, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified to all future uploads. I appreciate all the follows that I get, and I am this close to hitting 300. So can we please make that happen? I think I'm around 284. Please help me out. I would greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get started. So, Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch, one of the founding members of the greatest family in Marvel. That might be extremely hyperbolic, but it is what it is. So Human Torch will be a 3-star difficulty character with the team up anchor ability, giving him 15% damage boost. And I love this because team up is going to make another character a little bit more viable, but we're going to get into that in just a second. His primary fire is called Fire Cluster. It says launch forward a splittable fireball. So considering it says splittable, I'm not sure if it's going to automatically split or if you're going to have to do a secondary input to make it split, but that would be kind of interesting. I would like it to be like a secondary input where if you just throw the fireball, it can hit a single target, but if you throw the fireball and then hit the secondary input, probably like double tapping it or holding the button instead of just pushing it, then it would split and like burst, and then it would have like a shotgun range effect, kind of like Psylocke's primary fire. That'd be pretty interesting. Anyway, his ultimate, Supernova, unleash shockwaves to deal damage to enemies within range. During skill activation, the flame field can transform into a fire tornado. And again, we're gonna have to get into that because what is a flame field? So, plasma body. It says hold left shift to enter a state of accelerated ascent. It just seems like you can just fly fast, kind of like Iron Man's flight ability. And then he has another ability called Pyro Prison, and this is another flame field ability. Connect flame fields to form a firewall that deals burning damage to enemies. So this is more of a trap technique. From the image, it looks like you can have 3 flame fields out, and then they connect, end to end. So I'm assuming this can be 2 or more. So you can create a wall, or you can create like a wall around something to kind of block off an area. So this is going to be hella useful. I'm going to love this ability. In fact, I think I'm going to end up playing this character a lot. I'm not too fond of these aerial fight characters like Storm and Iron Man, but I feel like Human Torch might change that for me. So, Flaming Meteor. Dive towards the ground and stun nearby enemies. And then his final ability is called Blazing Blast, and it says launch a fireball to create a flame field at the targeted area. I'm not sure what the cooldown for this is going to be, but it looks like it's going to give you 3, at least by the little image here. And if that's the case, then it might be one of those moves where like the cooldown slowly progresses, where like, kind of like Iron Fist jumps, where he has 3, and then if you use one, it starts cooldown for that one that you lost. It might be something like that, who knows. But anyway, these are the flame fields they talk about. So you can create a flame field, and then you can use Pyro Prison to connect them, or you can use your ultimate and turn the flame fields into fire tornadoes. And now we're going to talk about his team up ability. He has a team up ability with Storm. It reads, Storm can consume 1 of Human Torch's fire tornadoes into her ultimate to ignite her hurricane. Likewise, Human Torch can turn Storm's hurricane into a fiery hurricane with his ultimate, which can then enlarge and intensify any of his fire tornadoes caught in its path. This is pretty crazy, and it's gonna take a lot of really interesting team up timing, to be honest. Like Storm and Human Torch are gonna have to pretty much coordinate this team up, unlike some of the others like Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl, or Spider-Man and Venom. Then there's like the fastball special. The not a lot of these have to be really coordinated, to be honest. Even with like Rocket and his team up with Punisher and Bucky, they don't really have to coordinate that. Like, it's more just like, hey, I'm gonna put it down and you just do your thing. But depending on how Human Torch's cooldowns work, this might have to be like well coordinated. I mean, to be honest, as if I was to play Human Torch, I wouldn't really have a problem with a Storm player just going ahead and using her ult and consuming one of my Flame Tornadoes into her ultimate. I wouldn't really mind, and I'm pretty sure a Storm wouldn't mind me going ahead and using her Hurricanes to enhance my ultimate or something like that. But if the cooldowns are pretty shitty, then that would irritate me. Probably mostly because he's, using his hurricanes to block off areas or to trap certain enemies in certain locations. So, in a way, it's like I get it. I can understand, why something like this would need to be coordinated. But I think it really just depends on the cooldown. But either way, as long as that damage is done, it's not that big of a deal. Plus, Storm being on a team is always for the sake of coordinating with her team and doing team ups and stuff like that, because that's pretty much her kit. Like for the vast majority of how her abilities work, that's pretty much her kit. For simplicity's sake, her abilities are team based, like all in all, more so than some of the other characters aside from like healers. But anyway, that's the whole rundown for his abilities. I think I'm gonna like this a lot, because he not only is he's a damage character, but he also controls the field, and I do enjoy that a lot. So he's blocking off certain areas, he's teaming up with Storm, he can also create like firewalls and tornadoes and stuff, and then the flame tornadoes actually do get stronger with his ultimate, creating larger areas of damage, which is really good if you're capturing a point or doing that final push, because then you can block off the entire area, so you can push. I mean, only the crazies and dangerous players are the ones that have like a bunch of health or a bunch of shield or really, really good heals would be able to really deal with that. Luna Snow's ultimate is very likely gonna be able to survive through that. Probably Mantis as well. Cloak and Dagger, I don't think their healing will be able to outdo that, because their healing isn't as crazy with their ultimate as Luna Snow. But hey, it is what it is. We'll see how it works when it finally comes out, or when the character finally comes out. I'm just glad that we keep getting more information on this. Next, I really do want to see an actual character model for Invisible Woman, because from so far we have some texture model for Blade. We have pretty much a full design model for Ultron and Reed Richards. We even have a model for what Reed Richards looks like when he's absorbing damage, and it looks like Bounce Man when Luffy is in 4th gear. And we have so much information and looks at these other leaked characters, but she's the only one that I haven't seen like official art for. Just like fan-made stuff that's reminiscent of the game's art, but it's not like actual in-game art. So I hope we get something for her next. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. It's not really gonna be a long one today, but I figured I'd just hop on and drop this information for those that don't know, because I mean, this information caught me off guard. I found it by pure accident, just like doom scrolling on Twitter or whatever. But anyway, thanks for showing up to the video. Thanks for giving me your time with this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.